So them something not too sweet, you know. Good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. As you come, I hope you all had a wonderful week. It is Friday. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. People, I don't know if you all had a week like the one that I just had. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. Let me tell you about my week. I had a work. Well, I just went to work too. I did work for 2 days for this week. I had schools. Well, schools. Let me put on the S because it's two schools. And you know what's the funny thing about it? Is when it comes to this time of the year when you're going to school, everything tumble down upon you. You have the papers, the projects that you have to do. You have to do your research. You have to do this. And then you have the exams that you have to make sure that you study for. And remember, if you're working, you have work that you need to focus on to make sure that everything go right. And to top it off, if you have a little busy 2-year-old son, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I have to say, thanks be to God, because as much as how my week was stressful, you see, when I sit and I look at it, and sometime this week, I was like, how am I going to manage? How am I going to do everything that is expected? Because as I said before, when it reached this time of the year, and you're going to school, it's hectic, really, really hectic. Hi, Sandy. Good night. Good night. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me. So when I look at it, I was like, how am I going to do this? I did a project this week. I was a part of it, was a group project. And when I look at it, oh Lord. You see, if it wasn't a group assignment, would I feel that? Me not lie. Would I feel that? The way the thing was tedious, because the time that they give you, to prepare a document, and when you look at it, and one little small document, it's a paper that contain 50 odd pages, and you got 2 days to prepare it. Hi, Kirk. Good night. Good night. So it was stressing. And then when I think about work, you have the meetings. And when you have the meetings, you have to make sure that you review the minutes from the previous meetings to go to that meeting. So it was hectic. But all I can say is thanks be to God. Because at the end of the day, we have some people out there, they don't have a job. They don't have a family. They want to go to school and they can't even go to school because they can't afford it. So you see, as much as it's stressful to do everything, I have to say, thanks be to him. Because if it wasn't for him, none of this would have been possible. So right now I'm talking, me drained. From yesterday, me drained, literally. Because when you finally prepare for something now, when you're finished with it, that's the time when everything feel like it tumbled down on you. Because when you're doing it, you never realize how much it was taken out of you. But you see, when you complete that task, you feel it. So that is like for school right now, I'm talking about. But thanks be to God. Now, today I was at work, very busy. I never get a chance to go on social media or anything. So on my way home, as I said before, people, I always listen to a particular blogger on Facebook, Trending Drama. Always listen to him. All when time I cuss him out, all when him go on with certain things, if me go over there and me say me skip and go about my business. But once I get the notification, I will look at it. Sometimes I don't even get the notification, so it miss me. So I was watching and I hear he mentioned something. I was like, what he's talking about? Then I have another phone. When I look at that phone, I realized that I had 10 missed calls. I was like, what is going on? Because he said something, and the individuals that were calling me, when I look at them, a lot of them that were calling me are persons who I met because of social media. I was like, what is this? Because when I'm at work, me tune out social media, me tune out certain things. So I don't know what go on. If I'm in my lunchtime and it's not such a hectic day, I will browse and so forth. But today I didn't get the chance because I had school for Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had school. So and even Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I had school. So I never really paid much mind. And I was like, what one? So when I click on my YouTube studio, I was like, this look weird, but I never really paid much mind because certain things I don't really look at. And I was like, why am I have so much comments? I walk one. And then when I look, I said, but wait, my subscriber look a little bit less. Why is that? I said, okay. So I didn't pay any mind. So when I look on my personal phone now, there was a message and a link from someone. So I click it, and lo and behold, the link took me to our lady here in Jamaica page, and I see where she was addressing me, and I was like, okay. So I listened. I came off. I listened and everything, and I was like, wow, okay. That was literally what I said. Wow. Because I am someone, I understand social media. When I said I understand social media, I understand social media. I will sit, I will watch these individuals, I will observe their body language, I will observe the tone that they use and all of that. So I sit, I watch because, let me simply put it, in my 9 to 5, that is what I do. I listen to people, I watch their body language, before I can jump to any conclusion. Because sometimes when you listen to people, some people will tell you certain stories and it sounds wonderful along the way. And you say, okay, but when you look at the eye contact, if you can get it, when you look at the facial expression, you realize that that is saying something different. So you tend to learn how to interpret people and how to judge. Even though I'm going to be honest, I try my very best not to judge people, not to jump to conclusions. So when I listened, I was like, wow. And when I said wow, I mean, it was a wow for me. Because when you don't expect certain things, it have to be a wow. That's how I look at it. I'm not going to come, I'm not going to curse, I'm not going to say anything. It will just be a wow for me. And the reason why I'm saying it's a wow, you see, at times people put out messages. We have to learn to sit, listen carefully. If you ever watch a movie, you will realize that sometimes some of the best movies that you'll ever watch, they start out boring. Yeah, watch it as a lad, what kind of idiot movie this? And maybe you will move on to another movie. When you sit and that same boring movie where you want to give up on, in the middle of it, you realize that there is a message for you. And you will sit and guys, please hit the like button for me, please. People, 58 hours so early in the live here. Me sorry for no here. You see, if I mix up, uno now go get it over here. I'm being honest. So just hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button. Even if you're just over here for fast, just hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate it. But when you watch a movie and it starts out boring, you're like, oh, I can't bother with this. And in the middle of the movie, there is a message for you, and you watch that movie, and at the end, you're left with the wow. You can say, wow, that is one of the best movie I've ever watched. You watch that movie and you're like, say, the message in that movie, it makes sense. You look at the characters, you look at the storyline, and you can say, okay, I'm going to rate this movie a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 because of how it is. Not just by listening, to the beginning, but by sitting down and watching the movie from start to finish, you will leave with that message. I, Miss Jackie Herbert, good night. Thank you so much for joining. You will leave with that message. So when I sat and I listened to this, when I listened to AD, I was like, wow, okay then. And people, Please understand, when I post a video, it's my opinion. You don't have to agree, with what I have to say. That is my opinion. No, at times, people will sit and we will run with our conclusion from what the person had to say. I am one person who no realize, especially the persons who are following me for a while, who no realize I'm in a really business with nothing on social media. Anybody will talk anything, if me not agree with it, me come, me chat about it. If they want to go and talk about me, cuss me out, I for them business. I don't care about it. That's just how I roll. But understand, whenever we see people do certain things, they will come on their platform, they will say something. We might not be in agreement, but it is their opinion. I came out some time ago and LaDonna, I said it to her because this is one person. Sometimes you're not in agreement with her message, but it is her opinion. There is another lady, and I'm talking about the individuals on social media who I watch. There's another lady, Lady V. At times when she should come out and you might not be in agreement with what she do, but it is her opinion. Trending drama, the same thing. It is their opinion. I might not be in agreement with it, but it is their opinion. Now, I, for one, on more than one occasion, I will come on social media. I will see people do things. I will see people say certain things on their platform, and I will come and I will address it. I remember one particular lady in the small island V. Me tell her straight up, say what happened to her? A brute. Me no sorry for her. If me did see her, I would have take something and lick her because she should have little sense. Me say, my guy, in company platform, most time in go on like him a losing head, go on like him obsessed. Me come, me cuss him out, and me tell him say move on and so forth. I just saw me stay. Same thing with Lana. Me cuss her out, me tell her certain things. That is just how it is. Now, the reason why I said wow, and the reason why I am using all of these people as an example, and even the other lady, MC, she cussed me out one time too. When me say cuss me out, she cuss me out. Ashanti cuss me out. Who else? Oh Lord, His Majesty cuss me out. And you know, so me see His Majesty the other day. Me see him, and me look on him and me smile. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Cuss me out too, and so forth. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is when I say certain things on my platform, me not really business how people going to view it. It is my honest opinion. That is how I interpret what was said. So it doesn't really matter to me what the person is going to say. No, the reason why I said I am surprised is because the message behind what I said last night, above and not beneath, you pass certain level. And you see, when you pass certain level, you see the little cuss spirit, you see the little arguing spirit, if you left that alone, no say, you're not dead so again. You're not depend at a level, you pass it already. I will look and I will say that certain things you will never get this maga foot girl for do. Reason being, because I look at it and I say, I passed that long time ago. I passed it from I was going to high school. I am at a level right now where I believe that I should be an example to others. I believe that I should set certain standard, not just for me, not just for my son, but for even the young ladies that I come across, even individuals that don't even know me. I believe that I should be an example to them, meaning when people sit and people listen, people should be saying, okay, yes, and so forth. You see, one of the most beautiful things to me is when you hear your haters talking about you and you don't respond. Because you see, when you do that, you're letting them know, say, guess what? I'm not business with you. You have no power whatsoever over me. What you're saying does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. That is how I look at it. Now, when you look at a lot of the things that the individuals on social media have to say about this lady, it make no sense to me. Well, heap of them no make no sense to me. So because it don't make any sense to me, and for others out there who are sitting down listening and understand certain things, you know, say them some they are crap, it don't make no sense. So because you know, it don't make no sense, you're not supposed to come and address it. When you sit and you listen to certain individuals, at times you will leave with the perception that something is going on up there in that person's head. Because when they address situation, when they say certain things, you have to say, whoa, is this person thinking all right? Is this person okay? That is what you would leave with. Is this person? Well, go on. Because literally, when you listen to some of them, it don't make no sense. No sense at all. No sense. No, each and every single one of us, when you look at your life and you look at where you're coming from, and where you're at, whether it be back in the days, you were an attendant, you did a clean, or you did a also, let me see, plicker. I'm a baby juice, my teeth out, but anyway, you did a also downtown, a higgler, or something, You see, when you sit and you look at where you're coming from, when you're supposed to sit and look at what you have accomplished, when you sit and you look at the persons who you are now associated with, when you sit and you look at the company that you are representing, when you sit and you look at the title that is now in front of your name, yes, when you hear certain things on social media, when you look at all of that, when you hear certain things on social media, no matter what they're supposed to say, you're just supposed to kiss your teeth and carry on. You're not supposed to stoop below the level. You're supposed to know that, guess what? I am above that. Right now, I am the head. Me, I know the tail. I'm above that. That is what you're supposed to know. And a lot of us who achieve certain things in life, we understand that, especially when you can sit, and you can remember where you're coming from and where you're at now. You're not going to pay certain negativity any mind. You're not going to pay the cuss out any mind. You're not going to come. You're not going to brag and boast about anything, because I can tell you, I am one person. I can come and I can brag and boast because I have what it takes to brag and boast about. But I will never do that, because guess what? You have it today, you can lose it all tomorrow. That is how I view things. Now, whenever you sit and you listen to someone, please make sure that you sit and you listen to them carefully. The reason why I'm addressing this is what I realized that happened today, because when I sit and I look in the comment section, I was like, oh, it didn't surprise me what was going on in Planka Boss comment section, because I understand the plankers, and I said it before that their fingertip, they have trouble. Them fingertip, it then does tick, 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 tick. That's how they operate. So that did not surprise me. But you have to remember, you see, when you're at a certain level, because you see, I don't know if you all realize certain topics that I cover on my page, I don't touch certain things. Anything that have to do with court, me not touch them something there. Reason being, I am in the legal field. So anything we're in a court, as much as me know say me can come because me have the information and me can blog about it, I don't. Why? Because people might leave with certain things, because they might say, oh, I hear this from such and such. So it's the same thing about social media. When you have a big platform and you come out and you speak, even if you going to say that you respect that person, but yet still you're going to say that you're biased and you're this and you're that, you're supposed to listen, you're supposed to do your research. You have to understand your type of audience. You have to understand your type of followers. You have to know that, guess what? As much as you're going to come and you're going to say that, they are going to take certain things. Them are going to come and them are going to say, Donna shared, Judas shared. That is just how they operate. None of that not really affect me. But what I would want to tell every single person out there tonight who have a platform, make sure that you use your platform the way you want to use it. Any topic you see that you're not in agreement with, make sure that you come, you address it. Never come on social media and let social media change you from the type of person that you are. So you see, if you know that you are the type of person that certain standard you expect and you want others to uphold, make sure that you come and you preach that message. No matter how people going to tell you that you're soft, no matter how people might tell you that you're perfect, you're too perfect or you're good at too. No. Remember, if you want to see something happen, make sure that it happen with you first. Make sure that you are the one that is going to come now, and you're going to say, do this, do that. Always encourage people. Just as owner see me come, me encourage MC, me encourage Dwayne. May encourage LaDonna. May encourage Lady V. That is what you're supposed to do. Encourage them. No matter try. And I may encourage the tea lady also. So because I saw where she post something and everything. And I was saying that make sure that you continue to focus on your business or you focus on your business because maybe in the future you will be able to have your product at other events like that. All you have to do is just put in all the effort, all the time into your business. So make sure that that is what you do, especially when if you're going to want someone to encourage you, make sure that you do the encouragement first. That is how I look at it. Now, you see, sorry. You see, when you work hard and you reach where you want to reach, make sure you maintain that standard. Make sure that you maintain that respect. Make sure that the past behavior, you don't do it. Because you see, sometimes you have people sitting down, looking, and the least little thing you come do or say, they are going to run with it. They are going to take it and they are going to turn you upside down. So make sure, say, you maintain that standard every single step of the way. Try your best to encourage people, even if you see something that you're not in agreement with, you come, you let them know, me never like what you said, and so forth. But it is your opinion. Me respect you because that is your opinion, full stop. You move along. No, I am happy, and I always say this. Anytime I lose subscribers, I always say thank you. Because you see, at the end of the day, if someone is going to unsubscribe from your page because of something that you post in the beginning, they weren't your real followers in the first place. So that is the reason why they unsubscribe. So anytime you're on your journey and you realize, you're losing friends, you're losing family members not with you and so forth, rejoice because in the first place, they were never with you. You see, sometime in our life, we start off, maybe you're working in a small establishment and like a little restaurant, a little store, and so forth. You have your friends with you. Lo and behold, you go to school, you get your papers, you get a nice job now in a one big establishment. You realize now that your friends start to move sideways. Some of them don't even want to talk to you and rejoice because they weren't with you from the get-go. They weren't with you from the get-go. So anytime you see that, be happy. Be happy about it. It is like when you see some, me always talk about relationship. When you see some man and woman, you have some man, they have them ladies, with them. And the least little thing might happen to them. And guess what? The lady ready for jump ship. The lady start giving face. The lady start to say certain things, act certain way. You realize that she start come home late or so forth. Especially if the money stop coming and everything. Or you lose your job, you get sick or something, and the person start rejoice. Because when that happen, God is clearing the way for you. So people who is with you can come and support you. He's clearing the way, So those who genuinely sit, listen, like your message, like what you do, to come and follow you. So rejoice whenever that happen. That is what we're supposed to do. No, I wanna always hear me say it. Me not really, me not Christian. Me got, me not even go church. I like, I not go to church. I not say me not go to church. Me go to church since here. Let me try remember. Papa, you wanna say me not go to church, son? No, seriously. Not sure I remember people. Yes, me go church one time since year start. Yes, one time. I went to church. One time or two time. Hi Carter, good night. Brianna Carter, thank you so much for joining. Yes, I went to church. I went to church. Yes. So I always say that I'm not a Christian, but me read my Bible and me pray. And I can tell you, when I always hear me talk about above and beneath, you pass that level. People, me should have not even done a live, because today me chat enough. So I always try, whenever I spend the day doing a lot of talking, I always try to rest my voice. But anyway, I have to just a sip. So I always talk about that. So you see, hi, good night. Thank you so much for joining. Now, I always talk about the Bible and the fact that I read my Bible and I pray. I might not go to church the way I used to, but you see, the Bible and the God, me respect. So, sorry, Deuteronomy. Lord have mercy. You hear the voice I go. No, hold on. Yes, 28 verse 13. You know what it said? You know what it said? He will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath. That's what it said. So that's the reason why I want to always hear me. I can go do no research on it and get the word for word, but that's how me remember. That's how I always hear me talk about it. So you are above. You're the head, not the tail. You're above and not beneath. You see, when me look on that, me look at that, I mean look on it serious, people. Because basically, what it is telling you, God will put you above everyone. He will make you the head, not the tail. You see the tail? The tail are the lower part of the body. The head is where everything happen. The brain, that is where everything process right there. So to me, the word of God is telling you that he will make you the leader. He will set you above others. He won't let you be the tail. He won't let you be the lower part. He won't let you be the follower. He won't let you be the commoner down there. He will make you above everyone else. And you see, when you realize that he has blessed you and you're at that level, you must make sure every single step of the way, you make sure that you maintain that position. Now, the Bible tells us that all we can maintain that position is when we live by his word, his commandment. And one of the most important commandment in the Bible, is to love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah, I saw me look on it. And basically, when you look at everything, it tell you, treat others with love, with respect. You see, when you look at it, look at Jesus, what he went through. They stone him, they spit on him, they do all of that. But yet still, in the end, what did he do? He gave up his life, for us, so we can be here. And it is that is what is going to happen with us in our life. You're going to have people and they're going to come and they're going to do all sort of manner of things about you. Them are going to cuss you out. Them are going to drag you into the dirt. Them are going to say all sort of stuff about you. Some, you will be very hurt when you sit and you listen to it. You're not going to like what they have to say about you, But remember, every single step of the way, you are the head. You are the leader in this. Sorry. You have the power of authority right there. And I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I sit, I watch this lady, and I don't think she understands the power that she has on social media. I don't think she understands the power that her platform have on social media. And the reason why I'm saying that, you see, when you look, every little thing that this lady have to say, everything that this lady do, people, they're upset about it because they know that, guess what, this lady shall lead. And it's not like she'll lead by a little 1 or 200 meter, or 400. She'll lead by 5,000, 10,000. The long race, the way you see the Kenya and the Ethiopian them run, as so she'll lead. So that is the reason why a lot of the things that she does affect them, because they realize that she is above them. They realize that, guess what? This woman I lead with. We were here all along, and now she is leading. She control this thing. And you see, because you know that, guess what they're going to do? They are going to come. They are going to attack you. They are going to come. They're going to tell the lies. They are going to come. They're going to throw the stones at you. They're going to come. They're going to try to bring your family into the situation, your house, your jobs, all of that. But at the end of the day, how you deal with that situation is going to let these persons know whether or not they have the power over you. Oh, you deal with that situation, going to let these people know if them important. Because you see, when someone is not important to you, you're not going to come, you're not going to address them. What they say is not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form, because guess what? They are not important to you. So that's the reason why I always say, don't ever stoop to any one level. Remember that you are above. You are the head. You are the leader. You are in control of what you say, how you react to the negativity. Now, if every single one of us supposed to come and the least little thing that people have to say about us, you realize, say, you have sleepless night, you can't think clearly, and so forth. What do you think are going to happen? You're going to lose your mental capacity. You're going to realize depression start take over you. Anxiety start take over you. You're going to start to struggle with what is happening because of how important what is going on in that space is to you. So you're going to realize that everything, you're going to say, oh, la, 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 la. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh, la, la, la. When I look yesterday at social media, because yesterday I was at home, I had school, I had a test and a major presentation. So when I look at it in the evening, I was like, what? At first, Mrs. Maddy do so much live. Me mean live. I'm like, when me a scroll, me I say, no man, no, this serious. For sure, say, everything that this lady do, the lady over there, her mother, everything that this lady do, it affect her like that. That's the reason why she couldn't focus. She couldn't focus on anything else. All she was doing, it was live. You see, whenever you see someone, who is always want to come out, want to defend themselves, want to say certain things, why do you think they want to do that? Because deep down, they know, say, guess what? Me set up that person here. Me set the trap for that person here. The person fall in it. Now me can't come. They can't address the situation. They will come, they will play the victim. They will come, they will say all sort of stuff, They will come and they will say that they're doing this, they're doing that. Why? Because the person fall right in a them lap. You do the exact same thing that the person was hoping that you would have done. So just imagine, if you sit, you listen to this person who have everything bad to say about you, and at the end of the day, you just look on it and you just kiss your teeth and you say, you're all right, you have time for waste. Me not have no time for waste. And you scroll along. What you think could have happened? The person will just continue, or the person just kiss them teeth and go find something else. That's how it operates. Yes, I see where people were saying that, oh, you see the people that might do this and do that. Yes, if you follow my page, you'll realize that I always comment on it. I always tell them such and such. But guess what, people? Guess what? They now go stop. They now go stop. As much as how she thinks they are, them are going to stop. They now stop do it because they know that at the end of the day, they're going to rub her a certain angle, and she's going to have to come and she's going to want to say something about it. And what I realize is happening also is that I believe that sometimes this lady, a lot of the stuff that happened, she don't know about it. She don't know about it, but because certain people, just like what happened with me, people send me links. That's what happened. People send them, whether it be recordings, the links, send them to her. And because of that, now she get to understand everything that is happening out there. Sometimes you don't know what are going on, but it's because of what people let you know. And I remember some time ago, something happened on social media, and it seemed like they were talking about someone who I know quite well. And someone send it to me and said, listen what they must say about such, I'm like, so why are you sending this to me? That's what I had to say to the person, because you see, I see people talk about me out there. Me not pay them no mind because one, me not pay them no mind. Me just leave it. Me hear someone, me say, important. It's not important. So you don't look at it, none at all. And you wonder why people, but you have to understand people enjoy. When we say them enjoy, me mean them enjoy. You think if me did I talk about anything else like what I normally talked about on my live, I would have 81 people here tonight? No, I wouldn't. But because people think it would be a big mix-up, cuss out or something, they're here listening. But I'm so sorry, folks. That is not going to happen over here. People enjoy the mix-up. People enjoy the drama. It's like it's a medicine for them. Some people, if they don't see a mix-up happening, it's like them head at them. They go around trying to create that. They go around trying to create the drama, because guess what? They flourish off of it. That's their vitamin, that's their water, and them nutrients, them food. So they go around from platform to platform, making problems, creating problems. That's how a lot of them operate. Please tell me, do you think alcoholic drinks are evil for humanity? Okay. That's what a lot of people, that's what they do. They love the mix-up. And because they love the mix-up, then continue to do that. Then continue to send the links. Then continue to do all of them things there. But we, at every single step of the way, as much as we see this stuff them out there, as much as it hurt us sometime, people might look at you and people might say you're a coward. People might say you're soft. People might say you're this and you're that. But remember, at the end of the day, sit, look back at everything that you have accomplished. And you say, before you open your mouth to address anything in any manner whatsoever, think, will it worth it? Is this worth the time and effort that I'm going to put into it? That is what we're supposed to ask ourselves. Is it worth it? Now, I realized that a lot of persons on social media, they weren't in agreement with what happened. But lo and behold, I know all of them not come out and say nothing. Why? Because I believe that some of them, they're afraid. They might afraid. So when they look and then lose 10, 20 subscribers, it might get to them head. They might worry, but maybe some out there like myself, we no business about that. They can't do it. I just saw it go, you lose 20. By next week, you make it back as some me look on things. So they might not be in agreement, with everything that happened, and they will sit and they will, they not say nothing. They not have nothing to say. Why? Fear. Why? Because they're afraid that maybe they will lose the subscribers, maybe they will lose the views, and so forth. But you have to understand that is not really important. What is important is the message that you're going to bring across on your platform. What is important is how people going to view you. Yes, people might know, some people might know who Ladies in the Dark is, some people might not know who I am. But at the end of the day, I have a reputation off social media, on social media, and no matter what anyone have to say, guess what? They not gonna throw me off. They can't throw me off so easy. And it's not a matter of fact of being perfect. I think it's a matter of fact of understanding how the human mind, the human brain operate. Because you see, anytime you can understand people emotionally, anytime you can sit and you can look how people do certain things, they will, it won't affect you. It won't affect you. But you see, a lot of times we as individuals, we are working in organizations, and you realize that certain things taking place in that organization, but you stick it out. You still continue to work there because you might say that, oh, guess what, me not gonna get back no more job, or want the pay at the end of the day, and so forth. And lo and behold, when something go down, you realize I better did jump ship. And I can say this because I remember some time ago, I was speaking with a financial advisor. He used to work with SSL. And this young man, he said that it was a good while he wanted to leave that company. But it was a company that paid very well. The pay did turn up. Me get to understand over there, So sweet piece of food the boy them and the woman them over SSL used to get, So because of the salary and the benefits that he was getting, he never want to leave. So him continue working as much as though he did not like what was happening in the environment. He never liked the culture that exists and so forth. He continues to work there. So just imagine now, when lo and behold, all of this come out. Everything bust out. In go work, in did it. He must hide him ID. Want to wear shirt again or certain things. Want to make people know which part him work. He's ashamed of his workplace. Now they give him his letter. He's on his way out. Start to look for job everywhere and go. Then why do you know why I him? Why? Because of the stigma that comes from SSL. To get a job. What this young man had to do was to do something that way below his level. Way below his level. Less pay, everything. That's what him have to do until he can get something. So at least when him ready to move from this company that he's at now, maybe him spend 2 years and so forth, at least the last place of his work, his employment won't be SSL, but it will be the company that he's at now. So people won't really look, they will say, oh, such and such. So you have to understand that certain things, as much as though you might say that you're not a part of it, you're not involved with this and so forth, it will follow you. It will follow you. You see, sometimes when you look at social media, I remember some time ago, something was happening and I contacted this man on social media. He normally goes around and he do MC work. I wanted him to MC at a party and so forth. And when I spoke to the individuals, he sent me his document, how much money did I got charge and so forth, everything we get from him. And you see, the thing is, when they found out who it was, them said, no, we don't want that person there. We can't go sit down and say we were, we don't want that person there. And not even could I get in contact with the gentleman and say, so, such and such. He was the one that called me on a particular day. And what he said that he was close by and he wanted to know what was happening with this and with that. And I was like, okay, understand it not going to fall, it not going to happen because such as I couldn't tell him the reason why. And you have to understand, you see, certain things it will go follow you. It will go follow you all when you say you're no longer doing that. It is going to follow you. That is the reason why a lot of persons that used to be behind bars, when they come out, they're hard to get a job. When they say they're hard to get a job, I mean they're hard to get a job. Even when they know that they change and so forth, people still look at it and people still refer to them as prison, but they still refer to them in certain ways, even when they left that behind. Because that is just how things, that's just how people operate. Simple put it like that. As so people operate, and that's the reason why a lot of things stay the way them stay, because of how we as human beings think. I said it most time that I try my very best not to judge anyone. But you see that? Trust me. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. When we say it hard, I mean it hard. Sometimes you will see people doing certain things, and as much as you don't want to jump to conclusion and say certain things about them, you're going to do it because of what is happening in front of you. You see, what you see, that sometimes determine how you process information, how you think about a particular situation because of what is in front of you. So as much as we don't want to judge, as much as we don't want to live with certain things, what you see, that alone make you think differently. No, I am saying all of this because you see, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are, the position that you're in. You have to know that people going to sit, people going to talk about you. That's just how it is. When you look at, oh Lord, this is a perfect example. When you look at our speaker, Juliet Olness, boy, oh boy, this is one woman. You see here in a Jamaica, right now, me think she, boy, you're not, some people, if you said Jew, they're not even why if you said the hope. The way them are gonna jump down here. I saw people view it. And when I know for sure that she sit, she listen to what people have to say about her, she not gonna come out, she not gonna address it. Why? Because she say, you guess what? Me no business about that. I am the Prime Minister's wife. I am the House Speaker. I am a businesswoman. I am, and all of them title there. So she's not going to let what people have to say about her affect her. She's not going to come out, lower her standard to address people and to say certain things about people. She's not going to do that, none at all. When you look at the celebrities also, I think right now, some of them, I wonder how they do it. Hear them come out and address certain situation. And sometimes the way people talk about them, the way people class them, you have to wonder. But guess why? Because they understand that they are at a certain level. No matter what they do, people going to talk about them. No matter what them wear, people are going to talk about it. No matter how you live, people going to talk about it. They understand that. So because they understand it, no matter what people have to say, it is not going to affect them. It no move them none at all. Them just know, say, hey, guess what? As so comes me get my status because people chat about me. People listen to my music. People watch my movie. That is how I get my status. And it no matter to them. It doesn't matter. And that is what happened to Wally Powie. You see, people always tell me say me chat too much. Boy, when me look at me comment them today, the amount of people tell me say me chat too much. You know, have to understand. As some me make my money, me come, me chat. Me chat at work. Sometimes I have to wonder if me not chatting at me sleep at night time. I'm not joking, you know. Me have to wonder. Me have to say, no man, how me do it? Because the way me chat. You see, sometimes when you're at work, you know, you will sit down and you sit down like this and you chat for 1, 2, 3 hours. And you get up. You might go sit and you say, all right, I'm going to do some paperwork now. You're gone again. You go over this, so you go back over this, so go chat again for all 1, 4 hours, you know. And then when you say, all right, then little bit after you get one phone call, you sit down and chat on the phone call, all for 45 minutes, one phone call, you know, a whole heap of chatting that. And then when we come home night time again, me come on social media and me chat again, you know. Yo, a whole heap of chatting me do. When me say whole heap of chatting, me mean whole heap of chatting. So you see, when time when you tell me say, me chat too much, I know nothing. Because that's just how it is. Sometimes when I am at work and I take up my personal phone, I look for a message, miss call. Sometimes I not even can get for return some of them. You might start to return one, you know, and the phone ring. You forget, say you have more. Or you forget, say you never call back. That's how it is. So, you just understand, lady in the dark, I want chatterbox. My mother always say me used to chat from me a little pitney. Me chat enough until now. So me don't think that I will ever change. So you see, when I tell me say me chat too much, you know come nowhere to me because me know say me chat enough. Oh, Kirk put LOL. Yeah, me know say me chat enough. That's just how it is. But people, please understand every single step of the way. You are the head, you're not the tail. You are above, you're not beneath. Okay? So, what that mean? You have the authority. You are the leader. You are in control. You run things. And when me say you run things, I mean you run things. Things don't run you. You see, when things run you, you go come. You go want to address some little pla thing. You go want to come. You go want to get tangled up in a this and so. That no important. Remember say, you are the leader. You are the head. You see, a lot of persons, what they used to do in the past, you can't do it again. You're not supposed to do it again because you pass that level. When we say you pass it, I mean you pass that level. So you're not supposed to do it again. You have like, perfect example. You have your child. You try to raise your child, you know, and you try to grow them up in the right and proper way. You realize that when they're in their teenage, some craziness what them do. Them get in a fight. Sometimes you have to go on a school, go and part fight. You and parents in an argument because them the pitney do that to your pitney. All of them something there. You hear say your daughter they a corner with boy, or your boy they a corner with girl, or your girl they in a classroom a kiss girl, or then catch them on video a kiss one another. What you said, that's still news. What Sandy is talking about now? What you talking, Sandy? What is still news? I don't know where you talk. Everything okay then, sorry. Sandy is saying that it's still news. Sorry, Sandy. I know that it's still news, but I have to talk about it because I just want persons to understand. I don't know what you're talking. What is the still news? Is if the Juliet Olness situation or the above and beneath or what I'm discussing, I don't know. So you can just type and let me know, Sandy. What is this? Oh, the chat too much. Jesus, peace. She's one of my regular people, so she knows me chat too much. Let me take a sip. You see what she woman tell me say? Me chat too much, that I still new. So she knows me chat too much. Imagine. But what me did I say? Lord have mercy. Me not even remember what me did I say. because where she go say me chat too much. Oh yeah, yeah, grow your pitney in your say pitney. Hey, talking about that. The two girls that were expelled from the school in St. James because they were caught on a video kissing. Now, here in Jamaica, human rights advocate, they take it up. CDA take it up and everything. You see, when me I hear them something here, people, me sit down, me I scratch me head, me I dead with laugh, I don't know why. Dum dum dee dum 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 dee dum 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 dee dum dum. You see a little bit from now, when soon you say certain things legal in a Jamaica. That's all me have to say. Soon you say certain things legal in a Jamaica. When me hear the news and what people had to say, because they're saying, but nothing or nothing, nothing or nothing. But a people life, people life, children, a whole heap of them when they're young, them explore. And you say, especially based on the era that we're living in now, where you have certain things on social media, it's at their fingertip. They can click and watch certain things and know them are going to explore more than ever. They say, you see, my pitney them, I want me have no, I may say them. Now gonna same sex school. We believe say my boy pitney supposed to in a one class and he's supposed to see the sexy girl them a pass him and I look. Me no want to see him in no, me no want it in no class and a peer boy pitney surround him. Me no want that. I saw me look panting because of how serious time get. So you see when me look pan at me, I say, whoa, look at that. Because you might raise up a pitney in the right and proper way, That no mean say them a go do it. That no mean say them now go do it. And sometimes what happen is that the things that they do when they were younger, when them get older, not no mean say them a go do it. Maybe no, them just explore, them see it all over. So let me see. Maybe then go say, all right, me go try like where I wish her name Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I like it. I saw that girl name. Anyway, maybe then say, let me go try and see if me gonna like it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But everything is just a big wow for me. Wow. Simple. Wow. You know water with wow? Yep. Water with wow. That is what is happening now. Everywhere, water with wow. We did look at what is happening at the schools to see that no, the low life, them, the criminals, they can go to schools to attack students. Teachers are afraid. People in authority, they're afraid. It's just wow. And you wonder, what are they doing trying to correct the situation? Not now one. Not at all, not one. I remember some time ago, a politician, I think it was Peter Bunting, who said it that what is happening in Jamaica right now need divine intervention. And people, I agree with that man 100%. What is happening in Jamaica now, only God alone can change things around. You see the way we treat each other, only God alone can intervene and let mankind love and respect each other now. You realize that people, they will do things to you for some petty things. You step on their shoe, they want to do certain things to you. You pass, you might just look better than them, they want to do certain things to you. You live in a house, it might pretty, because of that, they envy you over it. Only God one can change people's heart. Nothing so we can't do it, we can't do it. We can't do it by ourselves. I remember when I was going to school, we used to have general devotion. We used to have class devotions and so forth. I am shocked the other day when I found out that school nowadays is once a while they have devotions. Our students, our children, they go to school and guess what? They reach a school in the classroom. No devotion. I am shocked. I'm like, so what happened to devotion? I asked someone the other day if they still teach religious education in school, and they said yes. I was like, okay, at least that not so bad. At least that not bad. But that is where we're at. You see, when you look on social media And you see what happened? And the reason why I'm using this as an example to see people from the same country treating each other the way they do. Only divine intervention can cause them to change. When you look at how they're treating each other, what the unkind stuff that they're saying, when you look and see, fish can you okay, ignore that too. When you look and you realize that if someone a prosper more than them, they want to fight that person, they want to tear down that person, and you have to wonder why would someone want to do that? Because really and truly, if someone is achieving more than you, you're supposed to be happy for them, you're supposed to celebrate with them. Or you go to them and you ask them for tips. You ask them how you can achieve certain things. So if you see your friend, and your friend operate a successful business, go and find out how they're doing it. If you realize that your friend do this, and at the end of the day, they become a millionaire from it, go and find out what is their hidden secret. Nobody sit down and bad mind the person and think say when you do that you're going to stop the person. Or it go no, it now go slow down the person. You see, when I sit and I look at things that is happening, I believe that if certain people had it, well, whether the money or whatever it take, I think they would have done some serious things to people on social media in terms of stopping them from stopping their progress. That's what I believe. But we just have to understand. You see, if me say Sandy, and me know Sandy from when, and me say Sandy go start one business, and me say within 3 years time, Sandy have 5 branch, you think me now go to her and me go ask her, Sandy, please tell me the secret, how you do it? More you for train me. You think me now go do that? Because me want know so me can go try to. You see, if me used to be a cake, and Mrs. Sandy come and start. Sandy, sorry for picking on you. I'm just using you as an example. Mrs. Sandy start bake cake, Me I bake cake from when, and Sandy come now and Sandy start bake her cake. And in a 1 month, Sandy I sell 5,000 cake. You think me not go call Sandy and ask Sandy a war secret? You think me not go call Sandy and ask Sandy a why recipe? For the double decker or something that me I go call and me I go ask. Because guess what? I want to know. I want to know to see how I can improve on my product or I can improve on myself. But what I realize is happening is that a lot of these persons, they will sit and they make the person who are achiever mad them out. And because of that, they sit instead of them trying to reach out to the person to find out what is the secret behind all of this. They sit and they try to tear down the person. Say that person that Sunday I make too much money. Boy, I'm sorry, But Sandy, you have to stop. Me I go come out and me I go tell some lie on your product. Me I go tell all your product dry or your product not taste good. Cause guess what? You make too much money from me. Look where you're there and look how much money you make. Look which part you live and look how much money you make. That's what I believe that these people, that's how they sit and they look at things. They're not going to want to take up the phone and ask the person, what is the secret behind all of this? And it is the same thing in the workplace. You will see certain people that start to work and the end of the quarter, you hear them are employee of the quarter. The next one, employee of the quarter. And once them clock it 3 times, are employee of the year. And when them get that, the big bonus are come. And you sit down there and you ring up your face and you did it. And you say, look how long me I work here so. And me can't get employee of the year, much less employee. And you sit down and they try to tear down this person. They will try to thief the person clients. They will try to do all sorts of things. Why? Because they want to stop the person progress. And when they're trying, no matter how they try, they realize that they're not accomplishing nothing not happen. And they might wonder, how am I doing all of this? And it is not slowing down the person. It not stop the person and so forth. Guess why? Because the person have God with them. The person and you put the person there. God already had a plan for the person's life. The person a work hard. maybe the person art clean, the person art no corrupt like your one, the person art clean. So God a work on them. God a make sure say everything where them hope to achieve, them a achieve it step after step, every single way. You see, sometime when you look, I remember I read something and they were talking about all of the famous persons that own big companies, and they were saying it that a lot of them achieve it in their 40s, in their 50s. And you see, when me look upon that, guess what? It is hope. That alone is hope for a whole heap of people, especially if you're at 35, if you're in your 30s, 20s, and you wonder, oh no, guess what? Look at it this way. All the years that you're going to spend, whether it be the next 5 years or between your 20 to 30 or something like, guess what? That is the university for you. Right there, you're learning how to make your craft perfect. You're learning how to make something of yourself. You see, anytime you can sit, and you can say, oh, guess what? Yeah, this is me, or this is where I'm going. Anytime you sit and you let me try this way, sometimes you hear this small voice in your head telling you do that, go there, and so forth, and all along maybe that voice is telling you to do this for 5, 6, 10 years, and you don't listen to the voice. And when you finally say, you know what, let me go finally try this, from when my mind I tell me if you go do it, and when you go and you try it, you realize, boom, there is the success right there. The door open up for you, and you sit and you will look at yourself and you say, but look, from when me have this in my mind for do and me not do it. Look, if me did do it all along, look which part would I reach, look which part would I accomplish, look on the amount of money would I make. That is how it operate. That is how things op- operate some of the times. That you may my tongue I get twist, my mind get tired. That's how it is at times. So you see, because of that, you see, if you're in your 30s now and you struggle to make ends meet, just know say at the school you go. You're in school. You're learning along the way. You will make the mistakes. And guess what? At the end of the day, when you reach a certain, you realize everything start to go smooth for you. Your life now is what you always wanted to be. And you see, because you realize your life is what you always want it to be, you're going to look back and you're going to say, I will never want to be in that position that I was in before. I don't want to be that girl that used to sit on the sidewalk and sell panty. I don't want to be that girl that used to sit in the sun every single day and used to look black out like tar. No. Because no, guess what? You have what it takes. You understand what it takes to succeed. And because you have that understanding, you want to maintain it every single step of the way. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I think it was last week in a live I said it. And before also. You see, anything that we have in life now, understand that it's not going to last forever. Understand it is not going to last forever. So you see, if today you're a manager or you're a cashier, you're a receptionist, telephone operator, customer service, it is not going to last forever. It can only get better if you want it to become better. It can get worse based on what you do, how you handle situation. It can get worse. That is how life is. So sometimes, you will sit and you wonder, why? Whenever you hear some people or then win lotto, perfect example, and then get the one bag of money and then go waste it. And a couple years down, like, say me did win the lotto, me had the 1 million there, Boy, if me did just invest the money, boy, if me did just spend the money wisely, boy, if me never go on all of them world trip there and go travel. That's how life is. What you do will determine your future. Now, a lot of us, we will reach a certain level in our life, and because we forget where we want to go, what we want to accomplish. We lost our way. But don't ever lose the way. Always remember where you're heading and keep your eye on the price. Because any day you take your eyes off it, any day you forget that, guess what? More reach on the top of the mountain. More make sure say I am always ahead. I want to make sure that I'm always the leader. You see, today you might be a supervisor. You see, tomorrow you might get a promotion to manager. Guess what? Couple months down the line or years down the line, you might become the CEO, the executive, the director, something. That is how it is. Maybe one mistake, can cause you to lose everything that you have worked so hard for. But make sure that you keep your eye on the price. Make sure that you remember what you have. And you see, once you can remember what you have in your hands, what you have at your fingertip, once you can remember that, you're not going to lose focus. You see, sometimes a lot of us, we will come and we say we want to address situation. We want to say this, we want to do that, not realizing that by saying certain things, it causes us to lose out on something that was right there coming our way. So we have to be very, very careful. I remember a young lady and people, oh geez, when me said that 1 year tear me up, I mean that 1 year tear me up. My brother-in-law, well, my ex-brother-in-law, he told me about this situation. Here in Jamaica, when the activities back in Montego Bay, Senton, and over those side, when it just started to become popular. He told me of a situation of this young lady. She was working at a hotel. She met this guy. When she started talking to the guy, she resigned her job and she said she was going to work with the guy. Lo and behold, she was working with the guy, making calls. If you understand the type of calls that I'm talking about, she started making calls and so forth to people overseas to get them to send money. She used to work at the hotel at the reception. So say guests come in, she greet them and so forth. She meet this guy, left her work. Wanna guess which part the girl there? Behind bars. Because this guy who she was speaking to was so smart. When you say the boy, you think them boy they out there easy, them smart. They get these young girls, who are naive, who love to see the dollar sign and so forth. They will say, oh, me I work on 50 grand a week, me I work on 100 grand a week. That is all they think about. And they will start making the money, then start have all of the materials on them. They start have the laptop, then start have the papers, they start have the phone and so forth. Lo and behold, they were traveling in a car. Police pull them over, whose phone the information or who had the phone that the information was on, the young girl, whose bag all the documents were in, the young girl, because the guy no walk with no bag. And when they pull them over, said the guy who was quite involved in it, who was the mastermind behind of it, he told them that he did not know anything about it. When you look, all the records was the girls. She have everything. Now that guy, I don't know what happened to him, but I assume he's out there living his life, and this young girl is behind bars because of the activities that she was involved with. Why? Because she see the dollar sign. She met the dollar sign. Oh, quick money, quick money, quick money, quick money. 100 grand a week. $50,000 a week. Look how me sit down in here, so I me just a work on $60,000 fee a month and so. And you hear about all of that money, non-tax. Plus, yeah, get a little extra and all of that, Me I go resign. Me and my boyfriend I go run this thing. Not realizing, say I use the boy, I use her. This young girl, me get to understand that when she was working with the hotel, she was going to a school in Runner Bay. where them teach people how to work in the hospitality sector. She was going to that school. She had her eyes set on where she wanted to go, what she wanted to become. And because of this guy that come along now, letting her see that, guess what, there are easy, you can make some easy money here, so you can have life better right here, so I know for sure that she realized what she was doing. She knew that what she was doing was not right. She knew that it was illegal. But because of the money, she went ahead and she did it. She lose focus of what she really wanted to accomplish. She lose focus on where she was headed. Why? Because of the dollar sign. And guess what happened? Now she's behind bars, sitting down. Me sure no say that boy had no business with her. So when for time, we have to remember every little thing where we are do, no lose focus. Don't. If you want to become the manager, work towards it. Make sure say you're there at work and you do what you're supposed to do. If you have to go back to school, go back to school, go get the papers. If that it takes, make sure say you work towards it. You see, sometimes you have some females out there, them say they want to become a mother. Them try, nothing. You go doctor, no. You see, sometimes as some simple little health issue, them I go through, whether I blocked you, some simple little problem that can easily be corrected. Sorry, but because them afraid of what the result might be, them not do it. And at that happen to a whole heap of time. You want to do something different, but because you're afraid of what the result will be, you don't do it. Maybe because you're going to say, oh, my man I go left me. Oh, them I go cuss me out. Oh, me I go lose this. Oh, you don't do it. No. Make sure anything where you want, you go for it. Especially when you know you're not going to step on anyone to reach where you're going. Anytime you know, say you're going to do it right by the book, continue heading for it. You see, our life, it is so unpredictable. And when I say it's so unpredictable, it is so unpredictable. I remember back in the days, I tell you no, all the things are going on in my life now. Me never expected them something new would have gone. Me not joke. And that's the reason why I said it is unpredictable. Because at one moment, you might be saying that, oh, okay then, I'm sitting in a room, I have this and that. You're surrounded by certain individuals, and you say, okay, this is it. This is it. I'm good right here. So everything nice and sweet right here. So, because you start knock head with the big wigs. So you feel like you're on top of the world. And then all of a sudden, something go happen. Maybe someone introduce something to you, and you might, yeah, it would have fit me, but me not really want to go there. So, and maybe you sit down and you say certain thing, and you say, all right, let me go try. And then when you go and you try it, you say, what? But this is better. This is far better than what I had before. I saw it go far, far better than what I had before. So just imagine if you remain in the same position, the life that is there for you, achieve it. So that's why sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to do things differently. You can't come and you do the same thing. It don't make no sense. Do things differently. Make sure that at the end of the day, you see when people hear your name K, they can say, oh, this is such and such. Oh, I the greatest. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Right. When people hear the name K, they can say, oh, that is such and such. And if, let me take a sip. If or when K decide to come out of the light and people find out who K is, people go and do their research and say, who K is, they can say, oh, so that's the reason why she always sounds so. Oh, so that's the reason why AD said she had a little. Oh, you have to make sure that you maintain that reputation You have to make sure that you keep your head on the prize. It doesn't matter the situation that you're in, no matter what. Even when you feel like people are going to step over you, people are going to crush you, people are going to do this. No, make sure so you keep it tight. Or when you want to let it go, don't let it go. Because you know that what you want to be known for this, you want people to make sure so you hold it dear, especially when you know that that is within your heart. It is nothing fake. It is not a show you're putting on, but that is who you are. Make sure say you hold it dear to you, because any day you decide to lose focus, you're going to realize that people are going to come, they're going to say certain things, and you're going to come and you're going to start cuss out people. You're going to start the certain things, or maybe like that young lady who was working in the customer service area of the hotel and who got leather. Figure do some, that is what is going to happen. Sometimes you see, you have, and I can't tell enough people. This is a perfect example. I always use myself. I remember there was a time in my life and I used to get paid. You see, when me get paid, them time them never did I make half like when me I make now. When me get paid, me pay. Sometimes me have all 120,000 Jamaican dollar leave back. A good thing me never have no pitney then. And when you have the 20, say you have to go back and work for the month, You have to go do this. And sometimes you used to sit down and wonder how me do it, how me reach back at work, how me find food to eat, And sometimes you hear people. I remember I was working in a particular industry and someone wanted something to be done. And the person came to me and the person said, "Oh, can you sort out this for me?" I was like, "Huh?" And the person said, "How can I sort it out for me?" I said, "What you want?" The person let me know their situation, start show me some things and everything, and how much money they were going to give me. People, remember, I was going through a broke state, Papa rising state, no have no money. And I remember I sat there and I said, all right. And I sat in and I started to think. And I was thinking about the amount of money that I had. It was maybe about 2,000 something at the time. And I was thinking about that and I was thinking about what the person said they were going to do. And then when it hit me, I was like, me, I want mad-hearted girl. Oh, this fear got through my mind. And if one little thing, me go lose me good work, me go lose this, and then you go, yes, you lose your, you know what an embarrassment that would be? And then I was like, no, And I called back the person. I said, well, I'm sorry, I submit the document for you at such and such. You're going to have to wait until they call it up and so forth. I said, such and such is going to get in contact with. So I'm saying, no, there is nothing I can do. And the person, at the time, the person made an offer. The person upped the offer by $100,000 more people. And I was like, what? And when I realized where it was heading, I say, you know what, it's okay. I remember I was in another situation and at the time, a person was telling me they went somewhere and they saw something, and everything. And they made a complaint to someone about what they saw. And it was like the following day, the person went to work, they saw an envelope on their decks. You see, when the person opened up the envelope, the person told me, said, money, 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 money. I was like, really? The person said, yeah. Me said, what you do? The person said, so what me do? Me take it and put it on my laptop bag. That is a difference. But I'm just using it as an example to show you that you're going to encounter these situations, and it is going to be how you deal with it is going to determine where you're going to be. You see, sometimes when you look back, and you're going to say, you're going to say, oh, did I anger that situation? So you're going to think about yourself and you're going to say, you know that if I did this differently, maybe this wouldn't happen or so forth. As certain said, you see how you decided that you're going to respond to situation, or you decided that you're going to act because of certain things. That is going to determine your peace of mind. That is going to determine where you're going to go. Because a lot of persons, what happen is that you make the negativity, you make it consume you so much where you can't think clearly. It is like a woman who is going through man problem. You see, when a woman I go through man problem, all when you tell them say them a damn fool, they can't understand why you're telling them say them a damn fool, because they make the problem, they make the man consume the mind. They cannot focus, they cannot process what they're going through. They can't understand that that person basically I take you for idiot. And it is the same thing for man. Sometimes a man will look upon a woman, a man will say, oh, they love the woman, and because they love the woman so much, they sit and then take certain things from the female because they look. And guess why? Because they let it consume them. They let the good shape, the pretty face, the good up consume them so much. They can't process what they're going through. They can't process how the person treating them. And when they start to look at it, maybe when they overcome that situation and they sit and they look back, they will say to themselves, but that wasn't love in the beginning. That person never loved me. Because if that person didn't love me, the person wouldn't treat me so. I saw things stay. So don't ever let your situation, what you're going through, consume you so much where you lose focus. You stop think about people. You stop think about how people are going to view the situation. You stop thinking about your reputation, your position, and so forth. You see, God will put us into position. And when he put us into position, guess why? Because he knows that within us we have what it takes. Sometimes he understand that, guess what? You have this characteristic within you. And because you have it, I am going to put you right there because you can make the changes that I need. Now, how you deal with that situation is going to determine if you deserve it or not. So anytime certain things happen to you in life, just understand you have the power within you. You have what it takes to make something of your life. And if you're in a certain position, you have the power to make sure that you maintain that position and you go even higher. Now, a lot of persons, they will say, but this person cussed me out. This person said that. This person. Hey, remember, the Bible tell you, you are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. So you see, just because of that, as much as how you hear people are cuss you out, as much as how you hear people are done you, just remember, if you and them were on the same level, they would never be cussing you out. If you and them, if you were below them, they wouldn't be talking about you in the first place. But because they understand that you are above, you're in the leadership position, you're in control, them are gonna chat about you. And you just have to understand that no matter what, them are gonna chat about you. If you and them did on the same level, they won't talk about you none at all. So what you're supposed to do is anytime you see that is happening, just know, hey, you have to chat about me because I am important. You have to chat about me because what I'm achieving is upsetting you. You have to chat about me because you realize that what I had to say is important. It is affecting you some way or another. So you have to talk. You just have to understand that. Don't let what they have to say throw you off a track where you're going to come and you're going to lose focus of where you're heading. Because just as how he put us into positions, just understand that he can remove us from it. So you see, because of that, make sure that every single step of the way you treat people with love and respect. And it is not hard to do. Even when you want to cuss them out, you tell them the truth. You're not going to tell them the truth in a way that is going to cut them up. No. You let them know, hey, guess what? I always say it, language and your tone that you use, that will go a far way in the message that you're trying to convey. That is how it is. So people, please remember, love and respect every single step of the way. Understand that not everyone is going to be in agreement with your message. And that is the reason why you have so much denomination in this world. You have Pentecostal, Adventist, Catholic, my next one name, Anglican, Zion, Revival, all heap. Why? Because their message is different. That's the reason why you have it. So because of that, not everyone is going to be in agreement with the Adventist message. Not everyone is going to be in agreement with the Mormon message. Not everyone is going to be in agreement with the Islamic. Not everyone is going to be in agreement with Buddha and Hinduism. So because of that, you realize that you have different. It is the same thing with us in our life. You have to understand that everyone is going to be in agreement with your message. And because of that, you're going to have some who is going to agree with you. You're going to have some who is going to want to cuss you out. And so that is just how it is. So whenever certain things happen, don't let it cause you to lose focus. Don't let it cause you to disrespect anyone. Love every single soul same way. Come, speak kind to each person just the same. Love and respect, it goes a far way. People might tell you that you're too perfect, you're soft, you're coward, but guess what? Peace of mind, especially when you have a reputation, make sure you uphold it every single step of the way. And eventually, I think people on social media, they might understand who Lady in the Dark is and why I speak the way I do, especially persons who follow me, persons who know me. They will understand. And you see, the same way my son, yeah, so are the same way my son in my life. Most time my mother cuss me out. Sometimes I say, why you're going like you're too perfect. You're going like, hey, I'm not too perfect, It's just when you have I am a Capricorn, let me simply state that. And I don't know if people will believe in. But one thing, what I realize about me is I sit, I observe, I listen. When me say me listen, I mean me listen. You see me will sit down. People might look at me and people think I'm reserved. People think that I'm soft. But when you just meet me, you're not gonna get certain things because me I go observe you first. Even if me come and you gonna say certain things to me, me not gonna pay it no mind. Even if you want offer, me not gonna pay it no mind. Because I have to get to understand you for myself. Me have to look at you, me have to observe your action. Me just have to read you up. Simple put it like that. Me just have to read you up. I saw me stay. And when me listen to when people they must say, oh yeah, Capricorn. Some people look for me and some people say me cool. Some people think me stubborn. Some people think all sort of something. But guess what? That is just who I am. That is just who I am. And I believe that what happened to me in my 20s, it and early 30s, it teach me how to deal with life problems. And when me tell you say it teach me, I mean it teach me. I remember I was in positions and me lose position. I had a man in my life who sucked me dry, literally, financially. I remember almost lost my house, and people who know me know say I know I'm pla pla house because of what happened with this gentleman. All of them something there. I remember where family, you realize that them just want to use you. They always want you to do for you. They will call you, oh, lend me this, oh, do this to me, do that. And you see, when you ready now, for someone to be there for you, nobody is there. So you realize that you start business are flourish, everything are gone, you lose it. So you see, because of everything that happened there, I look back and I think that my 20s and my early 30s, it was teaching me, it was preparing me for what I have now. I have one of the most difficult job. Anyone may I tell you my job difficult. I have that, and guess what? Certain things not really make it trouble me, because I learn when people say certain things to me, I look at them and I laugh. I remember the other day, someone said something to me and the person was like, you're not going to answer the girl. I'm like, what she say? Because I hear what the person say, but me not really hear. I said, what she say? And I said, oh, I said, what go on? And the person said, but you know, hear what she said? I said, yeah, but it don't really matter. Because that's just how I look at things. When you encounter, when you go through certain things, you realize that the little things that people focus on, it is not important. That is not important. What is most important is how you live your life, what you put on your mind. That is the most important thing. That is the most. Oh, me now pay no mind to the comment section. Amen to that. I like that. Continue. Oh, thanks the greatest. Right. So that is what happened. And I know for sure because I remember when I got pregnant with my son, and a couple persons on social media, they know about the story. There is one particular lady, and when we say people, as much as our people have to say anything about this person, me respect that lady. When me say me respect that woman, I mean me respect that woman because I know that she knew, well, she knew a whole heap of stuff, and I've never heard it on social media, and she's on social media. As much as our people chat about her and say all sort of something, that's the reason why I respect that lady. Because if she wanted, she could have come out and she could have said a whole heap of stuff, and she chose not to. So when me look upon that, and everything, it speaks volume, because it goes to show that sometimes the person who you might not expect it from, because this person, they're going through the earth, they're going through the downfall, and they could say certain things about a particular person that will cause individuals to look at the person differently, and they choose not to. They come, they do them, and done. You see, when you see that happen, you have to say, okay, kudos to respect that person, move along. So when me look at all of them things there, oh, that time was difficult. It was a bigger, when I say difficult, it was a rough period and so forth. And when I look now and I see that, guess what? That is in the past. It helped me to become the type of mother that I am to my son, where I love him no matter what. Every day I look at him, like this evening, I look at him and I just smile and I just have to hold that little man and kiss him, because I remember certain things. When I look at my mother and I remember that the fact that she had a shot in her, me could have lose her and everything, because she got a shot some time ago. She used to run a business and they tried to rob her. When me look upon that and me remember, me have to say, wow, God is good. Because guess what? She's here today. She's here today, even though she might have complication from that bullet. But guess what? She is still here. So because of that, me have to look and me have to say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. When I look and I realize, I remember that day when I was at work and I got the call to say about what happened with my mortgage and so forth. And I look back at it and I say, oh, God worked out everything where I was able to get back in control of situation that I not even didn't know exists. My office said, thank you, Jesus. And when people look, people might say that, okay, you're perfect, you're too soft, you're too this. It is not about being perfect. It is not about being soft. It's about understanding what is important in life. It is understanding what is challenging time. It is understanding going through some serious problems. And at the end of the day, you're still come out on top. So when you're going through the little simple things, them, when you realize that people, yes, so that's not important. People might not understand why it is not important to you, but deep down, because you are the one that had the experience with everything, you know why you don't let certain things upset you. You know why you don't let certain things make you lose focus. You understand that. So don't ever let people upset you. Don't let people make you lose focus. You see, especially when you know where you're coming from, where you're at, and where you want to go. That is the most important thing. Don't make nobody make you lose focus. Don't. It is not important at the end of the day. What is important to us is that we have life. We are able to make ourselves into a better human being. We are able to impact every single soul that we come across, whether in a positive way. Well, it must be in a positive way. We are able to impact people who we come across in a positive way. That is what is important. Because you see, sometimes you will come across someone, and that person going through their rough time. And just by looking at that person, smiling, by giving that person a hug, by just sharing a little encouragement with that person, you realize the person's entire demeanor change. The way the person start to view you, even if the person is having a rough day, everything change. I don't know if you have ever encountered where something happened, and because of that one situation, that one incident, you thought that your entire day would have been messed up. And sometimes one small act of kindness just change back everything. Whether it be someone give you a cup of coffee, give you a muffin, give you a smile, look at you and say, wow, you look beautiful today. Oh, wow, I love that outfit. Something will cause you to have that positive outlook. Sometimes it's just a little small little thing, but it changed everything. Everything it changed. So that is what happened with us in life. Focus on what is important. Focus on what matter. No focus on a little something them. They're not important. Leave them alone. Move on. If you realize something is not going the way you want it to, move on. You see, sometimes when I was listening to the video this evening, I was sitting there and I was looking and I was smiling to myself, and I was like, whoa, I respect you. I said to myself, whoa, I respect you and I admire you. Thank you so much. That's what I said to myself this evening. And the person who said it to me was like, I said, why are you saying that? I said, don't say that. That's not nice. Because the person who sent me the link, they were saying, I said, not say that. The person said, you know, listen. I said, yeah, listen, but not say that. That not really matter. They was about, I said, no, don't. Don't say it. Don't. Because when you see certain things, you just have to learn from it. When you see certain things, you will understand situations even more. You see, sometimes maybe you don't understand something fully, but when you see certain things, you say, yep, you understand exactly whether what you thought you knew before, you understand it fully now. Because when I saw that video, I was like, you never listen out the entire video. You never listen out from start to finish. That was what I said. You never. Because if you did, it would be something different. And that is what happened. And I said it before, you will start to watch a movie. And because the movie looked boring, you say, no, Sam, I can't bother watch that boring show. Yeah. Sometimes you change the TV channel, and you end up right back to it. Nothing now go on here. Let me just and watch a show. And when you start watching it, you was like, wow. It not start out the way you want, but you realize the ending was wonderful. That is how it is. So you just have to understand that not everything will go the way you want it to go. Not everyone will like what you have to say. Not everyone will look at you the way you want them to look at you. But remember, the message that you're trying to convey in all of this is the most important thing. And never ever cause people, whether it be on social media, in your personal life, in your workplace, cause you to lose focus, cause you to change your character to suit the situation. Because you see, sometimes if you follow what is happening out there, you will come out and you, and sometimes when you wonder, oh, no. If you know that that is not within you, don't try to put on a show. Because you see, if you try to put on a show, guess what is going to happen? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So don't cause people to make you lose focus. Every single step of the way, make sure you come, you put out your message, you say what you have to say, and you move on. Make sure that you remember where you want to go, what you want to accomplish. And I remember some time ago at work, I introduced someone to my platform, and the person was like, "Why are you doing this?" And I said to them, "Remember, I have a house, I have a son, I have a mother. My job alone can't pay all of my bills. My mortgage alone is big because it's not my mortgage alone big. Let me just leave it at that." And the person was like, "But oh, you find," I said, "Well, if it is something that you really want to do, you're going to find time. You're going to find time to do it." And I said it before. Me now go in no classroom go take no headache from no pitney, because them pitney are nowadays something wrong with them. Well, I'm really pitney. You know what I teach? No, not pitney. Young adults. Me now go do it. Me not have the mind to do that right now. So you see, because of that, me just go and do my social media thing, because the person, why you doing it? You want to achieve certain things. I want to make sure that at the end of the day, I don't end up in the situation that I was in before. You have a lot of people on social media, they come, they do their thing, and you wonder, where you read, where you achieve out of it? How is it benefiting you? Make sure that if you come and you sit down and you chat, it'll benefit you. You either have a business, you either get some money for help pay the bills, you get some clients or customer. Ah, Lady V, blessing, blessing, blessing. Oh, the greatest say, "I'm happy your mom is still here." Exactly. PC, exactly. Thank you. Oh Lord, me not even realize. Hi, Lady V, how you doing? Long time. Right. So just make sure. Oh, me do that say look while. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna say look while. Anyway, I mean a member. Hmm. Hmm. I don't remember. But anyway, just make sure you keep focus on what you want to accomplish. Because you see, when me look on it, I have a girlfriend. She teach accounting. Well, she teach financial management, cost, what is name? Some costing something. She teach Finman 2, Finman 1, Finman 2, cost accounting. Yes, cost accounting. She teach and budgeting. And you see, sometimes when me hear that girl talk about the amount of paper she have to mark, and how the other day she called me as if me can't help her. I say, "What you want me to help you do? You forgot, say me and you go school together, and me decide say me now go there so. I went there for teaching practice, me now go back, me now go back." And she did it, and when me asked her, "How much money you make at evening time?" Because she do it same time. She have her 9 to 5, she work with tax. And then in the evening, she do that. And she tell me, say, "No, not worth it. Mm-mm, not worth it. Not worth it. If me I go take on the idiot day when me supposed to come home, me supposed to push my son in a tricycle and I run up and down with him and me can't do it. Me have to sit down and mark paper and I make, well, no, me not in that. Me not in that. So you see, because of that, I know what I want off social media. Because I know what I want off social media, I will continue doing what I am doing. And as I said before, if I'm ever supposed to come out of the dark, then people who know who I am in real life, they're not supposed to feel disappointed. They're not supposed to feel ashamed of what I discuss. They can't know. They're supposed to know that, okay, it's the same person who we know not are the same person. So that's how we look at it. But people, please remember, not make people make you lose focus. Don't let people make you lose focus. Love and respect every single step of the way. Remember, you are above and not beneath. You're the head, the head, and not the tail. So because you are the head, you're supposed to act like that. You're supposed to act like the leader. act in control. Make sure that people know that, yes, you are in control of your life. You are in control of your situation. Whatsoever that situation is, make sure that people know it. Don't lose focus. So, guys, I just look at the time. So, I have to. Okay, great Lady V. I have to run. I have work a morning, but me feel my voice. So, have a wonderful night. And I am so happy. I have 33 persons with me. Okay, then I'm so happy that I get to spend this time with you all. Please hit the like button for me, please. Can you get it to 20? I just need 2 more. You can just hit the like button for me, please, and get me to 20. Please, 20. Me not that bad, me not ugly. Thank you very much, Lady V. You're a woman of great integrity, whether in the dark or in the light. Yes, thank you so much. Have a good night, PC. Have a good night, the greatest Una. Let me see who else. Sandy, have a good night. Kirk. Who is this archangel? Fish can live underwater. Okay. Good as. Opie, good as. Hey, how you doing? Have a good night, Carter. All right. Pleasant good night, all. I have my 20. I hope you all will have a wonderful weekend.